These are my note cards. This is my audience. Okay. And where do you begin? The holidays can be a crazy time, and before you know it, they've come and gone before you're able to even enjoy them. One way that I was always able to enjoy them when I was a little girl was my mother would make chocolate suckers for the class, my friends, and family. I always got excited when she'd come around, when I'd come home from school and she'd be making the chocolate suckers. That made me know that Christmas was right around the corner. The good thing is that the suckers can be made for any holiday or event. I have them for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Easter, etc. I want to show you the steps in making the suckers and making them look good and tasty. 3 of the main steps is the preparation, the process, and the final touches. So let's melt away into the supplies needed for making these sticky sweet treats. To begin, you will need a microwave handy. You will need a lot of room for your supplies. You will need chocolate molds and chocolate in every color you plan on using. I like to use Wilton candy, Wilton chocolate. The Better Homes and Gardens suggests that candy makers use a candy coating to make their candy because it doesn't contain cocoa butter, so it's less likely to melt. You will need to start by cleaning the molds with hot soapy water and using a lint-free towel or paper towel to dry them. You also need to separate the chocolate into microwavable dishes and put small amounts of each cup chocolate into each cup. And then you also need paint brushes that I like to use for my chocolates. You will need a Ziploc bag, sucker sticks, paper towel, and I like to use hot water. So once you have all the supplies needed, we're ready to begin. To start the process, you will melt the chocolate on medium power at 40-second intervals, stirring each time to keep it from overcooking. There you go. And then you only do one coat at a time because you don't want to melt all the chocolate and then it harden and you have to keep reheating it. And if you heat it too much, the chocolate will overheat and crumble. So you will start by flipping the mold over and dipping the paintbrush into the chocolate. You will paint the inside of the mold, starting with the deepest indentions first and working your way up. Switch colors once you've painted everything that needs that color. Try to work smart. Try to paint all the suckers in the mold at one time. Get that color out of the way. That way you're not having to work on just one sucker at a time. And then now that all the details are painted, it will look like this. Once it's all painted, like that, you are ready to finish these sticky sweet suckers. To finally begin the last touches, you'll need to pick out a base color. I'm going to use dark chocolate because that is what I'm going to use. And you will put a lot of the chocolate into the Ziploc bag, and then you will cut the end of it. Okay. Cut the end of it to kind of make it like a little piping bag. And then you will pipe the chocolate into the mold. You're making sure you're filling it up. Smear it around, make sure you get all the holes. Take the sucker stick and twist it around so that you get all the chocolate covered. Make sure you bang out all the air bubbles so you don't have holes in it. And then you allow the chocolate to harden, or if you're pressed for time, you can stick them in the freezer. Leave them in for about 10 minutes just to be safe. Once they are finished, you can pop them out of the molds and you'll have these nice little holiday treats right there. Right there. So, now that you know how to make the chocolate suckers, I hope these sweet little additions will make a nice little add to your holiday season. Just remember to get all the supplies required. Don't forget how to melt the chocolate on medium power or 60%, and make sure you get all those air bubbles out and you twist the stick to cover the stick completely. And I'll allow plenty of time for the chocolate to harden, and enjoy your holidays.